Baraka De Salah. I greet every one of you that are celebrating Salah this evening, this weekend. I mean, it's a Salah weekend, Ileya festival. In Lagos, in those days, they call it Ileya. So when it's Ileya, everybody will be traveling. People. That's when you know that people from the southwest also have hometown where they travel to. So it is a period like this. Everybody will be traveling home, and we used to have a neighbor. The landlady uh was an alaja, so she used to have rams. So they will kill they will they will, when they the meat now. So we'll be looking for us to eat. They'll do pepper soup, they'll cook rice and stew, all those kind of a thing. So I mean, there used to be food all around during the layer period, and meat, like assorted meat, fried meat sha everywhere. So that's how I remember Ileya, Ileya in Lagos, and there is abundance of food and festivities and everything. So I want to salute every one of you that are celebrating Ileya festival, Baka de Salah. I don't know what they call it in Hausa. I only know in Yoruba they say Ileya. WhatsApp number. Okay. Okay. Good evening, G Simon. So, okay, that's a good idea. Our brother said it's better if they take of course I'm not going to fill the form for anybody. My Telegram, I don't post external links because sometimes it can be problematic. But if you have the link, please, you can help me to share it here so that other people who don't have it can see it. But when I post it, sometimes it doesn't work well for me when I post it. So admin or any one of you that already have my WhatsApp link, you can post it, you can share it. You have my Telegram. You don't have to do much. Just go to Telegram, type Blessed Telegram channel. You will see Blessed there, and you will join. And you don't need to have a link. You just find it. Just type Blessed Telegram. You will see Blessed Telegram, then you will join. That's all. You don't have to need a link. But WhatsApp, you have to have a link. So I will encourage those of you that have that in the WhatsApp, please share the link if you have, if you can, if you know how to share the link. Share the link so that those who want to join will join. You're welcome, my people. It's also Baka de Salah in Hausa. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Ibrahim. I agree to you. G Simon, I agree to you. So I wanted to talk also about something I saw in the news today. They said something happened. There was an accident that happened or something, and in Calabar, and they pinpointed a woman that she's the winch. She's the one that did it, and it's a mother of 4 children. That they said she's the one that did it. And they did the jungle justice there and there on the road and finished the whole thing, by the woman, put fire, everything, and I feel these are one of the things that needs to stop in Nigeria. Nigeria people continue to have the power to do all this kind of a thing in without any consequences. And our police, the government have never taken it serious. Hello, Jerome, I sight you. Good evening, New Year. I greet you. Welcome, Abiola. You know, they have never taken it serious, and people feel like they have the power. They can just do what they want to do and get away with it. I feel like as an individual, you shouldn't be a partaker or something like that. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't join people when they are mobbing. Sometimes it will be one person that will carry that matter for their head. Before you know it, that person will finish. And so many people will be standing around looking. They will not do anything. You understand? Yeah, Baraka De Salah, I greet you, Sheriff. You're welcome. Yeah, so another video that was This IPOB something that we have been talking about. There's a video I saw. A young man, he just came from Nigeria. I don't know where he came from. He just came to Nigeria to come and do the burial of his father. And he was even posting the videos of all the parlor, all the places that they are going to do the burial, all those things. Lo and behold, today I was looking in the internet, they are typing that guy, he don't go, they don't buy him. But they are not saying what happened to him. How? Everybody just say rest in peace, rest in. They don't want to say how what cut down this young man in his prime that came, I don't know where he came from, to come and do his father's burial. And now they are not even, they never buried the papa, he won't don dey ground. You understand? So this is one of the things we are talking about. I was telling them one of the reasons why I still talk about IPOB is like to vindicate myself. Say, I told you people there was no Fulani. Did you see the video that Ijele posted today? There was one INEC chairman that they buy in Ebonyi State. They said it was Fulani people. The news were carrying it. They say Fulani people do like this, Fulani people do like this. Now they have caught all of them, and none of them is Fulani. All of them are IPOB ESN. They are the ones that did that, and everybody know this now. They know this. Today I saw one of their American rep. He is now doing video. He was doing a live video. He said, please, special appeal to Facebook, please help us. The same people that supported this thing, the same people, now they are saying, help us. The fire they ignited, when I told them that this fire you are igniting is like putting fire in a forest. You don't know how far that fire will go. They call me a fool. That's why I still do this kind of videos. That's why I still show what they are doing and how far they are going. It's just that their videos, you know how their videos are. Their videos is not good to look at. Their video is not good to look at. That's why I don't like to show their video. You understand? And like I don't see tire. Wetin happen? What is it? You say you are looking for a new country. I pray that Nigeria will realize itself and really cover that country for them and give it to them, honestly. Because now you have there is something that somebody said once and we laugh. He said, be careful of what you wish for, because you may get it. You will get it. That thing you are wishing for, be careful, because you will get that thing you are wishing for. As individuals, as countries, as families, tell me that goalpost you think that if I get there, all will be well. It's just another phase. When you get there, you start another phase. Life is always like that. Life is always like that. When I look at this issue of geopolitical zone that they are talking about, this geopolitical zone, when they brought the idea of geopolitical zone first, the Northerners did not accept it. Let's just go with that. The Northerners, doesn't matter who is the Northerner now anyway. So then they were like, oh no, they need that geopolitical zone. That geopolitical zone is not in the constitution. No. Geopolitical zone is not in the constitution. And they are just using it like something to work with. But that geopolitical zone was not in the constitution, and they were throwing it. They wanted it. They said geopolitical zone. Before you know it, they created that geopolitical zone. Abacha allowed it at the end, even though they were like saying, when you bring something and they say no, you like your life depend on that thing. There is something good in it. That's why they say no. Eventually now they have geopolitical zone. Who is complaining about geopolitical zone again? You understand? They say, oh, where do you see south? Do you see north? Do you see? But you are the one that wanted geopolitical zone. It was our elders that pushed for geopolitical zone. Now the geopolitical zone is now a working mechanism for the politics. It's not that it is really in the constitution, but the political parties are using it to work. It is now like in the mindset of Nigerians. Nigerians are now talking about geopolitical zone. There are 6 zones, and who is not happy with it again? we are still the one that are not happy with. They say, oh, where do you see salsa? They use it to salsa to do this. They use because the thing you are wishing for, the thing you are asking for, you will get it eventually. You will get that thing you are looking for eventually. Like now I'm giving you all this prelude. Like, look at all what you have in Nigeria. As a Nigerian, nobody stop you to develop it, but you are not accepting it. You say na lie. There is one guy, I'll show you this video in a little bit. He's from Ebonyi State, and you guys, in Ebonyi State, they say um there is, let me say, segregation, discrimination against Ebonyi people, that Ebonyi people, they are this, Ebonyi people, they are that, you understand? Um, so they just kind of, there is a stereotype, if you may, there's a stereotype. So recently you see this guy going around doing videos about, showing Ebonyi state, and calling himself a Bonyi son. And so he will go to like some of the places, showing the road to his state and all those kind of a thing, and kind of saying, you people say we are Ebonyi, we are Ebonyi. Are you better than us? Are you better than us? Something like that. So those are the things that, when we are talking about the buffer that the Nigerian state as a whole provides, you understand? Because you have so much possibilities within Nigeria. And Ebonyi state government was able to do that even within Nigeria, and nobody stopped him. I mean, he could still do more. Even the things that he have built, we hope that the one that came can follow up on it, develop on it, expand on it, build industries to employ the people, something to attract welfare and money in the hands of the local indigenous. Because even though the infrastructure is there, but the people are still poor because they don't have access to jobs that can give them, they don't have things that are putting money directly into their hands, right? So I don't know why you think that you are not developing, your state is not moving forward because you are in Nigeria. I don't know who put that seed. You understand? Because even if you have markets in the southeast, you have to be thinking, who are the buyers? Who are the buyers? Who are your customers? You understand? And if someone is moving within their country, is different if one is moving within borders. So there's a reason why countries are merging and looking for less borders, trade unions that can allow free flow of goods. So I don't know why some people think that it is going to be of advantage of them if they are in acrimony with everyone else because they are so special, because they don't need anybody and all this kind of a thing, right? Yeah, of course. Good evening. Ada, I greet you. Good evening, Saliu. Yeah, of course. Good evening. Thank you so much, Oluro to me. I greet you. Thank you for the link. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so that's the link to the skilled immigration that I was talking about, Chancing Kate. Our brother Oluro to me put the link. So you can click on the link if you are interested in the German Chancing Kate, because they also have an English interface. So you can check the information and also read it in English. Yeah. Yeah, let me show you the Ebonyi son that I was talking about.
Make sure the town. When I talk about the state, I'm proud of where I come from. I know what you see with the verse you. He's in a wall. He's in a wall. He's in a wall. If what I'm saying is, how many people who hear the verse you?
He said if what he's saying, if they pain anybody, that made them go eat their head for
Dave
war.
might come and change the narration.
So he's outside
We are fine.
in the
Our
night.
place is fine. What we need is an investor. Some of you they say village, go to village and video. Any video go village. I don't go village. I don't go village. You know go village. But Port Harcourt go village. Lagos get village. USA get village. France get village. Germany get village. Canada get village. China get village. Japan get village. What bush you there? Get the same bad village. Any town where there is life get village. Look
So
at that. I balance here. Nobody go come here. If you like, I sleep here. Nobody go take my money. Nobody go run me.
he's
Nobody go
saying
stab
that
me. Nobody go
Ebonyi
use
is
weapon to stab
developed,
me. Nobody
is
go use
safe,
dagger.
there is
Nobody go use gun
security,
collect my head.
there is
Nobody go
light,
do here now. If you don't know,
everything.
don't be Dubai, you're going to say to sorry, I did not package
Good
myself.
evening.
This is Ebonyi State. This is not Dubai. In case you may say Ebonyi State is in Dubai.
German.
I mean, Abakaleke. Not the young machine. If you know Abakaleke, you're not going to say me.
So he's complaining the way they discriminate against them, that if they do something, they will say that they complain. When they do something, they will say they are doing like a Boeing State, like, you know, using a Boeing State as a yardstick for something that is not well done or not beautiful or not good. So he's kind of showing a Boeing State.
Where you come from? If you say you're not from a Boeing State, you are denying yourself you're not from a Boeing State. You're denying yourself you're not from Abakaliki. Are you better than me?
So you can see the governor tried. So now the Ebonyi state is safe. They need investors.
I'm here with iPhone, with Android, with the smartphone, and my wallet. Nobody robbed me. Nobody say, hey, bring it. Hey, hi, now come here. Come here. Nobody tell me like that. If I like, I sleep here. If I like that. How many are they everywhere? How many are they everywhere? Before they go rob you, they don't catch them. As far as they inside town. Oh, now I follow me. Go and drink poison and die. Yes, but so no good content. Yes, I don't get content. And when I'm content, you know, my village at the post, no matter at the post. Post, thank you. What are you using the post? If you don't like what I'm posting, follow me. Because I'll continue posting the state, you get BP. You think say we go remain like that forever? When they use Kano and Lagos, they challenge me. Challenge me with your own place, with your village, with your town. People here will still share this video. Share them, make the rest of your place fine.
So you know he's basically trying to showcase the Ebonyi State, you know, and that it's developed, it's safe. They need investors, and in another way saying, you guys that used to mock us and look down on us and say we are not up to you or lesser than you, are you better than us? You know, have we not proved it? You remember the brother that I was showing you his video that was complaining about Anambra State, the state of things. He was also making an example that when he went to Ebonyi State, he was asking himself, like, is he still in Nigeria? And those are the work of Dave Umahi. And the same people that say that they are looking for the welfare of Igbo people, they say they don't like Dave Umahi. They call him Devil Umahi. Like they don't like him. That even everything that he tried his best, you know, they don't like him. Why? I don't know for them, you know. I don't know. Is it because he changed party? Is it because he never supported them? I don't know. I really don't understand. Yes, very sad, you know. Our brother is saying that the fact remains that Ebonyi State people are the majority of the like they were able to. There are many of them in IPOB and using them to do the ESN and all those things. Why? Because they don't have cash. They have never seen big money before. If you give them 20,000, it's a lot of money, you know, because normally they have a rural landscape, they have farmlands, so they barely buy food per se. Like their land is very resourceful, they can harvest good food. So they need cash for very little. So you understand. So in a place where things are cheap, cost of living is cheap, is, the amount that is flowing is less in those rural communities. So if you go to those rural communities and you give the boys 50,000 naira, it's a big deal. That is my own estimation. I don't know for sure. Someone that know better can tell me, but this is what I'm estimating. This is what I think. So because most of these development are in the capital, you understand. Yeah, most of these development are in the capital. So normally it's through the capital, when people migrate into the capital, and there's investment, and then that investment will begin to multiply within the population, and then the impact will be felt in the rural areas. But right now they have built it but I think that the insecurity, like our brother said, around is not allowing people, because it's still in the southeast, because Ebonyi State is just in one corner of the southeast. So at least you're not going to fly to that. Even if you fly to that place, you are going to move around. And it's very closely knit. What is separating them is not much. You understand? You say, he say you people, I don't know. They are the one causing themselves, this guy, I decided to show this video because many of his points is like Ebonyi State is developing, and they look down on them and all those kind of a thing. But I'm not actually emphasizing on the points of how Ebonyi people are saying, or how they are looked at, but on the fact that in spite of everything, that the state governor was able to uplift the state to the best of his ability while he was a governor. And being an Igbo governor, being in the southeast region was not a condition that impeded his ability to lift up his state. You understand? That's my point, actually. I'm not actually I mean, sometimes oku newe oku, but that's not my intention. So don't think that I'm trying to bring out that kind of division, because it's there. I'm not the one that is bringing it, but it's already there. But that's not what I'm trying to showcase. I'm trying to showcase because there's another video of his I saw actually where he was showing. I think it was the airport or something like that. He was moving around, or was it the shopping mall that he was saying, "This is the Ebonyi State," something like that. So, I'm just trying to show the state that Ebonyi State is right now, despite that they are in Nigeria, that Nigeria did not stop the development. In essence, what I'm saying is a governor will develop their state within Nigeria if they have what it takes, if they have the vision, if they want to. You understand? If they want to, they can. But if they don't have the vision and they don't have the intention, because their intention of becoming governor is not to come and develop the state, but to come and embezzle public funds. So they are not going to be able to develop the state. And because they are not able to develop the state, and then when you go to other states and see that they are making progress, you'll be thinking it's because that they are marginalizing you. Like assuming that they are not getting the federal allocations that is given to other regions, assuming that people from the southeast are not participating in one thing. Like, the marginalization should be spelled out. What exactly is the marginalization, and how is it being addressed? How is it being addressed? You understand? So that's what I'm trying to say. But all this talk of getting another country, because of it, look at all the waste and all the carnage that is going on. And somehow people don't want to accept the obvious truth. Now I'm reading in the news that EU is looking into their issue, that the EU is coming to conduct a referendum. That's what they like to hear. And like there's a video someone shared with me. They said the Hausa hates them, everybody hates them. You understand? That man is a priest, or is a reverend father or Anglican priest in the south, in the US. He's based in the US. And every day this guy will sit down and be telling them how everybody hate them, how Hausa people hate them, how Yoruba people hate them. And you see in the comment section, they will be typing all these hateful, spiteful comments. You understand? So if we can come away from that narrative, it's possible. But you have to accept the reality on ground first. Good evening, my brother Henry. I don't know. I don't know why. Good evening. Exactly. So that's my hope now, because now they have developed a Bonny state, and I mean the capital, yeah. Like I always say, there can always be more. More can always be done. Like you have done this now, you have done, there's always more that can be done, right? So that's why me personally I say let's appreciate the ones that have been done, because the complaint is always about what was not done. So let's start from where it was done and go from there. You understand me? Yeah. Yeah. So that issue of that, good evening, that issue of that discrimination is there. You say who are looking down on them? Ah, is their fellow Igbos now. Is their fellow Igbos. Outside, that's what I'm saying. Like you have it within all ethnicities. Aha, okay. Our brother is saying that he did his NYSC. He said, I did my NYSC scheme in Ebonyi State. And right from the camp, the other Igbo guys used to tell me that Ebonyi people are not Igbos. Most did speak low of them. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why. I myself, I didn't know about all those kind of dynamics. um I began to notice it later on, not when I was in the southeast, but later on, because maybe because I was much younger, so I didn't really understand what was going on. But it's a factor. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. Let me give you an example of this video that this guy is complaining about.
Hear this video.
Tokubo. Tokubo. Tokubo kula me ya kuwa me ya kwena me ya wedi abane.
So this guy he's angry at Tokubo, Asari Dokubo, yeah. So Anambra, Enugu, Imo, Abia, Igbo. So let me not call the other people. Let me call the people waiting for the thing. You understand? So imagine that. So he said, I don't know, like I don't understand it. Personally, I don't understand it. So he's angry with Dokubo, Dokubo, that he said something about Igbo people. And he said, Igbo people, if you are Igbo. And then he started naming the ones that for him are Igbo. He named Abia, Anambra, Imo, Enugu, Abi. And then he said, those are the ones that are real Igbo. I mean, I don't get it. Wait, let me play it again. Anambra, Enugu, Imo State, Imo State. Let me not call the other ones. Let me call the ones that are in the middle of the game. Like, I don't know what that means. So this one that call himself a Bonyi son is not having it.
This man called a donkey named four state in Igbo,
Mm.
or whatever state.
He did not call Ebonyi State.
Also, no, ka mkpụgodu steeti kwuru n'ọkụ n'ala Igbo, ka mkpụrụ steeti kwuru n'ọkụ n'ala Igbo, so Ebonyi steeti akwụrụ n'ọkụ n'ala Igbo.
So make
I'm
it
not
call
making
the
this video
ones where
for
they
anybody,
follow.
to bring any problem.
The other ones now
I'm
follow
only making
come.
this particular video for this man called Odin Jinji.
For
Get my
example.
statement right. So you will not say Ebonyi South na parent mother. Ebonyi South is trying, Ebonyi son is trying to bring a tribal war or interstate war or whatever. No, I'm not. My video is for this man only. Because Abia, Imo, Anambra, Enugu, Ebonyi State are one. We are one. And na Sokotanya, they couldn't categorize you. It's Sokata is Zanyu group. It's Sokata is Zanyu group.
Anyway, that's that. Me personally, I find it funny. I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why I will see an Ebonyi person less. I don't know why. Like, even I thought that it's even extended to Onsuka, or maybe I'm not right, because I thought that the people from Onsuka, some part of Enugu, they call them Wawa. Or is it only Enugu State, Ebonyi State? I don't even know. Like, personally, I don't know the reason for that demarcation, really. I feel like, because, like I was saying, that they have more rural people, and those rural people are more likely to emigrate into other Igbo communities. So, like, instead of them, like, most of us Igbos will go to other people's region, like go to Yoruba land, go to Hausa, to the north. Those Ebonyi people migrate within Igbo land, and maybe they do farm work, they do low jobs to make a living, something like that. So I'm thinking, but I don't know. If anybody knows, you can tell me. I don't know where it started from. I don't know why. Good evening. It's very childish and silly, but it is not something you wish away. If you go to the comment section, they will still be insulting in this, like, they will still be, if you look at what they will be writing, they will say, but even the way you are acting, you are still acting like a Ebonyi person. I don't know why. So, I don't know. It seems to be like that, but I don't think it's only Igbo people that have that demarcation. I see that, like, I feel like all ethnic group, they have um idea or some kind of reservations when it comes to certain sections of their group. For example, I remember when I was in Yoruba land, they would say Ijebu, Baba Ijebu. Like, there was some connotation with that Ijebu. Like, Ijebu people, they are stingy. Ijebu people, like, they do something, like their mind, they back, all those kind of. So there's a connotation that goes with Ijebu, people from Ijebu. And I've also seen a connotation with Ijesha people, and they say that Ijesha people are like Igbo people, like, they are very savvy with business, with money. They say, he's an Ijesha man, oh, be careful with him, he's an Ijesha man. So I feel like, when we are within Nigeria as a block, it covers all those differences and all those feelings, all those reservations we have about other people within our ethnicities. And I don't know about the North, but I believe there are also reservations around them, maybe within the ethnicities in the North. But I don't know, right? I don't know. But I know about Edo people. Like, I've heard them say, if you see a snake and you see Isha man, that you should go after that Isha man, because it's more dangerous than that snake, And we have that saying also in Igbo land, where they talk about, for example, within Anambra State, they also have reservation about some certain part of Anambra. Like, I know someone that was dating somebody from Anam. Within Anambra, they are both Anambra people, and when it came down to it, when they went to do the introduction in the village, the family rejected the girl. They said they would not accept an Anam someone from Annam. And that was even when I knew that the name Anambra came from that Annam. I didn't even really understand deep how Anambra is structured. But that's how I got to know. They say Annam people, they are this, they are that, you understand? And yeah, I feel like Nigeria is like the umbrella that is covering all those feelings and all those, you know, name not the call, the IMA, name not the IMA faster, not fast is okay. Has the mish? Okay. Hmm. It's lower among the northerners. Okay. Yeah, for example, Imbise people, they say if you see an Imbise man and you see snake, you better you go after that Imbise man because apparently that Imbise person is more dangerous. And I think if you come to Akwa Ibom, I think also they have reservations about some certain part of that Akwa Ibom. I feel like it's a human thing. I feel like the human, we always find a group or a person, an attribute, something. There has to be something like that they will use. I feel like it's a human thing, right? I feel like it's a human thing that develops. It's a social thing that develops among humans. And unfortunately, if you are one of the people that fall into that category, it's not going to be a pleasant experience. But I don't think it's something that can be taken away from humanity completely. But be that as it may, be that as it may, even here in Germany, for example, they have some reservation about Eastern Germans, and both of them they will say Osis. Osis, that OC means from Ost, Easterners. They will say Osis. So that when someone is he's an OC, like there's already a connotation of something. And those Easterners too will be looking at those ones, say the Westies, something like that. The Western, something like that. So, but the reservation is coming more from the Western side because somehow they are more in an advantaged, or like their region are not so much affected from the reunification, or like the eastern side that their companies, the industries collapsed when the United Germany, and as a result, a lot of people became jobless, and a lot of the infrastructures and all those things was going down, and many of them had to emigrate into the western part and those kind of a thing. So that's where it is coming from, the OCs. But still, it's a sentiment. It doesn't really deprive them much. At the end of the day, they are all Germans. But I think it's a human thing. I don't know. I don't know. Of course, I personally, I am not an advocate of um, any form of discrimination because, first of all, I didn't learn it. So most of these things are learned. Like if you come from a family that, for example, within the family there's discrimination, maybe because some family who has more money and who has less money, how this one is respected, that the other one is disrespected, and it goes from there. And maybe the woman that didn't have a male child and the woman that didn't have a child, the treatment, the mistreatment, and like the young lady that didn't marry, or the one that married early, all those kind of things. So it starts from those things within the family, and extends from there. I feel like it's a learned behavior, like people whose mother used to maltreat their maid and talk down their servers in the house, so they already feel superior or above. They don't feel like they are both the same humans. You understand? I feel it's learned. So if you learn it, if you teach it to your child, like you don't need to teach your child, but if the child sees you doing it, then you will transfer it. Like personally, I didn't learn it. I have no reason to, like even far back from my grandfather, my grand uncles, they like, even if you see from the way they married, from their children, the way they were allowed freedom, like we don't have that kind of thing in my family, right? So I didn't learn it. I didn't even understand it. And for example, I feel the bigger one is even the issue of osu, because the one of osu is worse, because it's not yielding at all. The thing is still there. And I don't know. I don't even know if Nigeria should carve out a place and say, go and take this Biafra and take it as a Biafra. I don't even know what will happen to those people that are Osu. Like, will they belong? So I don't know. Like, there are so many issues that are not being addressed. So there is no reason for any form of discrimination. I don't do it. I don't I don't treat anybody lower or lesser. I don't discriminate on the basis of religion, on the basis of ethnicity, on the basis of beauty. For some people, the way you are created is like, I feel like somehow discrimination is normalized in Nigeria. Like, in Nigeria, it is normal to insult, slut shame a woman. It is normal to talk down on someone because of their body. Maybe they are overweight, or maybe they are not losing weight, or they are losing weight because of their health status, because of their economic status. Like, everything is like normal to be used against in Nigeria. I feel like people grow up having all those sentiments. Like, people who are Christians, they don't like people who are Muslims. And people who are Muslims, they don't like people who are Christians. They learned it like that. So their parents, they have so much deep reservations. So if you are a Christian, they don't really have respect for you or regard for you or value your life. So the children pick that sentiment. The same way, when you are Muslim and the families are Christian, there's a way they view those Muslim people and all those things. The funny thing, I'll tell you guys, when I was doing youth service in Akwa Ibom State, so I now saw many, what do you call it, Olumba. So it was like a church. So they will write it Obu. And I will be looking like, because in the Southeast we used to pray, Olumba power, powerless power, Mami water power, powerless power, Ekanka power. So I'll not be looking that, but I was thinking that it's a secret society, it's something sinister, it's something like this. So when I now got there, I saw that it was like, you know, like it was like a church. It was like on almost on every street. Like, I was confused. And for example, when I went to Lagos and I saw like white garment church, like Celestial Church and Cherubim and Seraphim, I was surprised that it's even like a church, like they are even singing hymn. Like, I didn't know. I was thinking that they are not really church. You understand? I didn't even know, because in this will be praised. Ogoni, Ogoni, power, power, all those kind of a thing. Me, I didn't know that they say you are wearing celestial church white garment. Hey, it's like the devil himself has come. Now see that it's like a church, and they are reading Bible. They are fasting during Lent. They are even singing hymn. Was it, so I remember one time I used to have a roommate that was from K and I think K and S. So, and I asked her that, I don't understand though. Why are you people wearing it? Like, you are singing hymn, you are doing church. Like, I don't understand, why are you people wearing white garment and not wearing shoes and those kind of a thing. So she now tries to tell me that it's because they want to make it like an African version of Christianity, and on top of that, they want to kind of level the ground, uh, about materialism. So you come with the same clothing, so there's no demarcation of I have gold and silver, or I can dress better, I can buy better lace, better attire, something like that. That is the idea behind it. Good evening, you understand? So I said, okay, we learn, that's why being exposed, traveling, going to other regions, there are so many things you didn't know, and your mind is open to it. And somehow before I used to think that like Islam is something that old people do, like all those allergy. I didn't know that young bubbling people were also Muslims. That's when I now went to the university and I saw young, beautiful people, girls, young men, and they were Muslims. And like I was surprised, like really, because I was thinking that it's something that people just kind of do. It's not what's young, vibrant, I don't know how to put it, like how you say upcoming what's up people, like they can also be Muslims, and they are praying, practicing Muslims, like, so those are the things that getting exposed teaches you when you go out and you begin to see life. And then you have to say, wow, okay, you take in all this information and it shapes your mind. But if you never went out, you never mingled in that manner, you were not exposed. Like, for example, someone that have never gone to Akwa Ibom State will not know that Olumbo Olumba is just like cherubim and seraphim that you will see, or Sele Church in Lagos or in the Southwest. So you will be thinking that it's some kind of secret society because you don't know. Good evening, Noble. Dreadlocks. I don't know what you're talking about. This Rasta. Oh, it's okay. So you are on Rasta. That's what you're talking about. Okay. Exactly. They call them Dada. When I was small, they say, that see Dada, you don't barb it, you don't comb it. If you touch it, so many things will happen. There's a lot of superstitions and all those things. So some people never grow out of all those kind of sentiments. So they grow with it. And that's what they carry along with them all the days of their life. So they can't conceive. That's why, for example, when somebody tell you that, like I saw some of the videos that some people from Imo State that went to do Hajj in Mecca, they were showing their video. It was a big deal for all these bingos. They were doing videos that this is their plan. They want to do the, and I'm laughing because it's okay for you to turn yourself to Jews, to become rabbi. Your misleader is wearing all these garments, or as a Jew, it's not a problem for you, right? So, but you are seeing it, you can be a Christian, it's not a problem, but you want to see problem with Islam. Why? Because you don't understand that it's the three arms of the Abrahamic religions, right? So yeah, I don't know how far people are willing to learn or not learn, right? But at the end of the day, human beings, I feel like it helps to know that there's a tendency for humans to be that way, to think that way. So it is not left for you. What do you make out of it? You understand? Like, if you know that human beings can be like that, you understand? How do you react, for example, when you are being profiled, when you are unfortunate to be in the group that is being reserved for some certain aspect of life or something like that. So I feel like it helps in in shaping your mind, how you react and how you take such kind of difficult situations. Yeah. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah, my people, I don't know. Me personally, I feel like, I don't know, like it can be government, it can be, the thing is, the thing is, it's very divisive. You understand? It's extremely divisive because religion is something that's very touchy. It's very touchy, it's very personal. And there's no way you are going to attack it without, as an individual, right? I feel personally religion is a personal thing, right? I feel like it's a personal thing, quite all right. And I don't know why the government decide to sponsor something like that, right? So I feel like if the people have that deep sentiment and they are able to communicate it to the government that they don't want you to sponsor such, if you want to do it, then you can go and do it at your own cost. But those politicians, they will do anything to score cards. So I see it is as a political gimmick, right? It's just a political gimmick. It's not adding or removing anything, Although for those people who have gone um to to the Hajj now, they can now become Alhaji. And those people that have gone to Israel now, they cannot add JP to their name. They will add Doctor, Mrs. JP. So when you see JP, it's a title. I don't know what else people benefit from that, right? But yeah, you can't stop people from going. You can't stop people who want to use it to play politics, as long as the state legislature have not drawn a bill to stop it. So I don't know. He said, "What does JP?" Thank you, Jerusalem Pilgrim. Jerusalem Pilgrim. I hope I'm right. So that's how I see when I see JP. I always laugh when I see JP. And they will write JP, I will just be smiling. Oyendufu went to Israel to hit his head on the wall. Remember his famous video? When he was there, he was like, "Am I live? Am I live?" And then he now started hitting his head on the wall. He needed to go live. Religion is a personal affairs, but I don't know. I don't know. Like, it's a personal affair, but Jeff is Jagaba. Ah, you've never heard but do you see it when people put JP on their initials? Like they can say doctor, pharmacist, lawyer, then they will add that JP. So that JP means that person is have gone to Jerusalem pilgrimage. So that's JP. So I know that one. So, and when you are, even if you are a baby, for example, a couple are going to the Hajj with a baby or a child, like 10 years old child, that child will be answering a larger, even from that small age. Because I used to have a neighbor from our street, and she was young, very young girl, small girl, and everybody were calling her Alaja. So I now have to ask her that, why are you we call, Alaja is something like maybe elderly people that that they have accomplished much. But I'm looking at this small girl, I'm saying, but why are you Alaja also? She now told me that because she has gone to Mecca. And I said, okay, so Alaja means, you have done the Hajj, you have gone to Mecca and you have done the pilgrimage. Say, yeah. So it doesn't matter what age you have used to go there. Even if they carry you as a baby, from that babyhood, you'll be answering that Alaja, and you understand. And once you become an Alaja, I think in Hausa is Hajia. I think it's also, is it Alaji also? I don't know in Hausa, but I know that the woman is Hajia, and in Yoruba they call it Alaja. So I don't know. The Igbo people have been like Christians for a long time, the majority, but gradually we are getting people are becoming Muslims, and a lot of people have become Jews, right? So Alaji in Hausa. Okay. He said the JP is like a local made up something. Me, I don't know. Used to see it on people's initials. You understand? Hajia for female. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that 1 billion that he's talking is inflated. There is no way he can use 1 billion. Jay and Ali are fake. They say they are Jews. So if someone says a Jew, are you going to take it away from him? I mean, I don't know. I don't know whether it gives them satisfaction. I feel like it's because, Israeli people are doing so much. For me personally, I will feel like I don't understand. If you go to the UAE, they are Muslims. Look at their country. Even white people go to UAE. So it's not religion that is holding them back. At least Europe is, you can say Europe is Christian countries. Yeah, the history is there and everything, but at least you can see how they have developed their place. It still didn't change the way we are governing ourselves. I feel like one of the main things that is affecting us is we don't have empathy. For some reason we don't have empathy. I don't know why. I feel like it's hard it's hard for us to feel others, like to put ourselves in the shoes of others. And I think what is causing it is this thinking that once your situation is not worse off than the other ones, the other person, that is enough for you to be thankful. You understand? I remember somebody was telling me that, oh, you have to be thankful to, like I think it was like, I went to so place and I saw this person has this kind of child, and the child is this, and I think the child is having challenges, and because of that thing, which, like, you are looking at someone that has a child that is challenged, that it's a lot of drain on the parents, it's a difficult situation. A normal person will have so much empathy for the family, will want to say, is there anything I can do to help you? I'm so but a Nigerian mindset is thinking in the lines of, thank God, oh, God did it for me. Oh, my own is not like that. Oh, you understand? So I feel it is communicated to us in many ways. For example, they say you are complaining of shoes, and then you are going on the road, and then you see somebody without legs. And so you are supposed to be happy that you have legs, even though you don't have shoes. Like, only in that sense can you appreciate that you cannot afford shoes, because you saw someone that is worse off, someone that has no legs, right? But normally, that doesn't change your situation, your predicament. You still don't have shoes. You still have to walk barefooted. It doesn't change your reality, your present condition. But for the fact that you are better, you have it better than the other person, you feel elevated, you feel empowered. I feel that's how they teach us not to have empathy. Because at the point you are supposed to be empathic, to be able to put yourself in that person's situation and reflect, you know, and have mercy on that person and understand that person's struggle. You are thinking about yourself, how you are better, how you are better than that person, how your situation is not worse than that person. In a way, almost glorifying yourself, elevating yourself because you are not as bad as that person. I feel, I don't know, I may be wrong. Like I always say, I may be wrong. This is my own perception, right? This is my own perception. It may not be the absolute um answer or prognosis, but this is how I see it. I feel that's why when you are looking at different situations, for example, I've seen people, they survived an accident or something like that. Many people didn't make it, and then they will be very happy. They will say, oh, God did it for me. And then they will come out and they'll be talking about themselves, how they God singled them out and how they are here. And at no point will you see them reflect on the people that set out on that journey with them, that they have families waiting for them. Like, like sit back for a moment and when they say my heart goes out to you, reflect on those people and show some kind thoughts. Say a word of prayer, ask for mercy, for consolation. No, instead, oh God, my God did it for me. You understand? I don't know. Eh? Yeah. Thank you. I don't know. I feel, yeah, I feel this is how they raise us, and it kind of just removes our humanity in a way. Like, as long as I'm better than you. Like, I saw a post today. I saw a post today, and someone was saying, um if all you set out to do this year, you have not been able to accomplish it, remember that somebody accomplished all everything that they wanted to accomplish, and they are no more, right? So I begin to wonder, like, what is the correlation? Okay, the person accomplished what he wanted to accomplish, and he's no more, like he has run his race and his chapter is closed. It has nothing to do with you, right? And you shouldn't be thanking God that you are alive and that person is gone, because that person is also created by the same God. That person also have families. That person also have dependents. That person also have people that look up to them, right? So why do you think you can take glory on that person's passing because you are still here? It's not taking away your challenges. Why should you take only be able to gain perspective because someone is in a worse situation? I don't understand where that mindset came from, but I think that mindset has put us in all this situation where we are, and that mindset makes us not to want to, like if you are in government, you don't want to do what you're supposed to do so that everybody will benefit, because somehow the children of everybody cannot be like your child, cannot go to the same school, then they will not be equal. Like the idea of equality is still very far from our consciousness. Like, we don't really, although we have been victims of, you know, racism, all these isms that they used to put us down. But I feel like at the core of it, we don't believe in equality. We don't accept it. There's nothing in our culture, in our daily way of life, that endorses that people are equal, that they have equal rights to anything. Like, Everything we do enforces one kind of elevation and subjugation, one kind of, you know, I'm better than you are lower. And that's why you see in a conversation, any little thing, do you know who you are, who I am? Or they will say, what have you achieved? They will say, do you know that I can feed you? Or do you know that I have someone like you at home? Something, all those kind of talk. Because in our mind, we are not equal. We are not, and so we don't have this, and that's why someone that's supposed to keep the rules feels like, you can keep the rule, but I'm above that. I can't keep the rules because I am Oga at the very top, right? I don't know. I feel like we need to go into some kind of psychology of how we live, our daily interactions, how it is actually permeating into our societal living, and how the society is formed and made up and is running, something like that. Yeah. Taking contentment in mediocrity. It's a 20,000 naira cap will cost you in 1 million naira by just adding a moon to your name in the name of title. Ah, yeah. You see, African Americans believe in equality because they have lived in that subjugation, brutal subjugation, for so long, and they have strived towards equality. That's the center of their being, their political strive, everything they want. Their core value is built on them being seen as equal. And if you can see them as equal, then their suffering will end. So I can imagine that they would want to be seen as equal. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know how it's going to change. I noticed that. I remember the first time I noticed, the first time this occurred to me was I was in church, and some people came and did testimony. And the testimony they did was that, um, what was like, the testimony was like they took them to somewhere, um like, I don't like, that time, it's been a long time ago, like, these people that want to use them to do money or juju or something like that, so that they took them into somewhere, and somehow their head no collect or something like that, they were not able to use them, and somehow they were able to walk some distance until they got to a road. And the story was that there are many of them there, but when they try to attempt on them, it didn't work. So bottom line, they were able to walk a distance, and they got to the road, and they were able to get to somewhere, and got a vehicle that brought them back to Lagos or something like that. So, and everybody was just kind of praising God, and everybody was like happy for them. And I'm just like looking at them, and I was crying, because I was like, I mean, what is the distance from that place where she got that help? You know, like, is it not possible to trace back, like, how many distance she walked? Like the police, the military, how come nobody is talking, so that that those other people, so that they will save them, like, since there are many. So maybe from that point where she was picked, maybe they can escort her back, they can search the area, so that they can pinpoint that place. And my mind was set. I'm happy that she made it alive, but my heart was because she was talking about the people that were there, and I was like, what about those people that were there? But nobody was talking about it. There was jubilation. Since that time I'm talking, people were clapping. Oh, thank God! Oh, you, and I didn't understand it. Right? I didn't understand it. Like, I feel like, yeah, you are safe. I'm happy that you are safe. Why is your preoccupation not how those other people can also be saved, how they can get help, right? Why is that not your preoccupation, right? I remember someone from my village, so said they were somewhere in Lagos, and they they were like he was like they were just talking, and they were sitting in a bus, and that bus was going through Oshodi. So he said that I don't know what happened. Like, there was a young man that was sitting beside them or something like that. And that man just kind of touched that guy and said shift or something like that. And and they were having a conversation, they were talking in Igbo, and I don't know, he did like this shift or something like that. Then, unbeknown to him, that guy was feeling very uncomfortable, and then he said, "Oh, his, that his manhood is missing. Oh, that they have taken his manhood." So, like joke. Oh. And that time, there used to be hold up in that old shoddy, right? So they said that the allies, all those people, they started pulling their ass, say, hey, where you don't take this thing. I will say, like joke, like they started, hammering that man that did like this, they started beating him, or no be smarting. So this guy from our village, he was like, he has some valuables in his hand. So he was not coming back from corner. So as he was coming back from the back, that one, they already pulled him out, they were beating. So because of those valuables, so one of those people were like, you follow. He said, no. He left all those things for him. So that kind of preoccupied him. He now collected those things. So he moved from the back and ran away. So that one, by the time they were dragging their, but that guy was safe, right? But he could have gone home. He could have gone home and said, well, thank God for my life. Oh, I'm safe. But he said he remembered that there's a place police people stay around that place down there. So he rushed to that place where the police people are to go and bring them, say, please come. So those police people were not coming with him, running and shooting up. And by the time they got to that place, like, it's not even like more than 5 minutes or 10 minutes. He said they have beat that man that day. They don't bring tire, they don't already put her for head, like they want to. You understand? Like, he was on the street, they were like, say you take person prick. Then the police people came, and they were able to hold some of the people that were the main people, and the rest ran away. And one thing that man kept saying was like, he thought that guy has run away. He thought that, like, that was it for him, because he did not believe that that man will live, like, we escape that place and still go and be looking for help for him. Like, it's common that he did not believe that that man was going to go and bring police to come and rescue him, right? Yeah. And it happened. Although even that man, he's still having that problem of how they beat him that day. But that's how you expect a normal human being to behave. Not that you are safe. You come out of an accident, you are safe. And so what? So you are not thinking about those other ones. Yeah, you will snap picture, you will go away, you say, my own, no, your own. Like, nobody's thinking about those people. What about those people? But what if you were in those people's shoes? What if you were the one there? How would you expect? Would you expect people to have sympathy on you? What would you expect people to do for you? Like, I feel like our brother said, that's some kind of sadism that we have not yet addressed. And I feel that is something that is causing us to be negligent. Like, if they give you money to go and build road, you just do any kind of road, knowing that the road can spoil and take away people, you don't care. Why? Because you have made your own money. You have made your own money, and you have built your own mansion, as if you are going to exist in a vacuum, in a bubble. Everything will be happening, but you will just be in that bubble. You will not be part of the system. But if anything happens to you, you cannot escape that collective poverty of bad road, bad no water, no healthcare system in emergency, in serious situations, right? Yeah. I don't know. Like it's too much. And they are so encouraged to do that. You see them take up power. When someone is poor and especially if they're women, whether they don't have like in a position whereby they are just helpless, you see that they will have power, they will just want going for it. But if it is somebody that have money, that have power, that have connection, they will say, I leave it for God, I leave it for God. Then you will know that there is God. You will know that you can leave something for God, right? But when it is that one that you feel you can do it by yourself because you see that that person doesn't have power, doesn't have anybody to stand for them, then you will show your power because you will not leave it for God again. Yeah. Good evening, trust in God. Yeah, my people, I've been talking here and there. I hope that tomorrow we can look at something else concretely. Uh, I appreciate every one of you that joined the stream this evening. And yeah, I hope you make something out of this video today. I hope, yeah, that if we talk about the changes that we desire, maybe we will talk about why some things are the way they are. Maybe from there we can come up with ideas of how to make it better, how to care more. So when you care more about other people, so the feeling will go around, and they say great things start from small beginnings, something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Good evening, good night, good morning. I greet every one of you. Take care.